If you follow this channel, you know that I love Saints Row, and you probably know that a new Saints game is confirmed and is officially coming. I've been asked by a lot of commenters and viewers to make a video compiling all the information we currently have about the upcoming game as of summer 2020. So here you go. Let's start from way back in 2012. After THQ, the original THQ, filed for bankruptcy, what was then known as Koch Media acquired Deep Silver Volition in 2013 for $22.3 million. Interestingly, Ubisoft, Take-Two Interactive, Rockstar's parent company, damn that would have been interesting, Warner Brothers, and EA, thank God that one didn't happen, were also in the running. In February 2018, Koch Media was purchased by Nordic Games, which is now THQ Nordic, which allowed Volition and their IPs like Saints Row to reunite under the same umbrella. We have confirmation as of August 2019 that the game is in deep development, and Volition as well as the Saints Row Twitter accounts have also confirmed that an entirely new Saints Row game is coming, and it isn't Saints Row III Remastered, which was done by Sperasoft, a third-party separate company, allowing Volition to focus their complete unadulterated attention on SR5. Thanks to this tweet, we also know that the game has been in development since at least August 2017, since Agents of Mayhem was released, meaning that it has already had at least 3 years of community input and creation, which is a really good sign. Get excited for this game because while it has not been officially revealed yet, Volition needs it to be popular and downright beloved in order to stay afloat with one of their biggest IPs. So there's a very, very good chance that this game is going to kick some serious ass and that Volition has been listening closely to the community. The news gets even better because in late 2019, the CEO of Koch Media did an interview where he said, and I quote, "Saints Row is very close to our hearts and we'll talk about it next year. For the time being, we just wanted to get the word out that it's coming and it's going to be great." He mentioned that Saints Row would have new information given about it next year. That's right now. That's 2020. So sometime in this time frame, we're going to hear about Saints Row 5. And I know with the pandemic and everything, maybe you guys are thinking, oh, that's going to get delayed. But I would argue that this is a perfect time to reveal it in the next few months here, because that's how you build the anticipation and the hype that you need is when most people are at home and they're going to be watching this stuff. So the view counts on YouTube and on the internet in general are heightened as opposed to where they usually are. So that might be part of their marketing strategy. Also, as of 2021, THQ Nordic wants to start releasing 2 AAA games every single year. And I would be shocked if Saints Row 5 or just the next Saints Row game was not one of those 2 titles in either 2021 or 2022. They also have 118 games developing right now. So the odds that the new Saints Row game is not one of them is pretty much zero. It's coming, guys. It's coming soon. Now for a bit of bad news, though. I know that the 2 AAA games every year sounds super exciting, but there's 2 of them that were delayed, unfortunately, until the next fiscal year, which begins on April 1st, 2021, and runs until March 31st, 2022, which means that the game will not come at least until April 1st, 2021, which is a little bit later than most of us thought it would. Now, I would argue that this could also be some good news for the classic. You've heard this with, especially with Rockstar. Oh, they delayed it because they need more time to polish it. They'll give you a better game. I really think it's true for this one, especially with everything going on. They have more time for development and refinement so that when we get the next Saints Row game, it's not going to be just a churned out bullshit sequel. It's going to be a really great, solid game on its own and something that the fans are going to love for years, hopefully. While I do believe COVID has slowed development down a bit, I also believe that the game is in the last third of its dev cycle and that we'll get a reveal either sometime this summer at an event like Gamescom, for example, if it still happens, of course, or spontaneously in the fall. This means just like boom, one day randomly they drop a trailer on YouTube or something. That's a very real possibility. Let's be clear of one thing though, with how Agents of Mayhem performed commercially, Volition absolutely needs you to hear about Saints Row 5 in advance and build some significant hype for it at least a few months before it releases. The same way Saints Row the 3rd did an amazing job with their marketing, leading to it being the absolute best-selling game in the franchise. So there is no way, if you're a Saints Row fan, you will not hear about this game. As soon as it drops, I guarantee you Volition will be putting ads on YouTube, ads all over the internet. They will make sure you hear about this game and want to buy it and pre-order it. So don't worry about that. Now, when do I personally think Saints Row 5 is going to be released? 100% in that window between April 1st, 2021 and March 31st, 2022. Obviously, anybody could have told you that. But I do think they want to beat GTA 6. They do not want to have to compete with that. So they want to give themselves maybe at least a year before GTA 6 comes out. And they want to be one of the early titles for the next-gen consoles. So I really don't think we're going to have to wait very long after April 1st, 2021. I think you might be talking about June, July, maybe a summer release at the latest, maybe fall 2021. And I definitely believe it's going to be within that window without fail, if not earlier. Hopefully. Let's pray to the Saints Row gods.